Welcome to the Wingman's Path, to positivity, to raising your vibration, to creating a more joyous life, right? A life that of your choosing. Thank you for joining me today on the Wingman's Path. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the level of energy that we're able to raise and bring together, right? Because as we often talk about, when we get together and get our energies moving in the same direction, well, it's amazing what we can create together and how much easier it becomes for each of us individually to create the dreams and manifest the desires that we want in our lives, right? So I thank you for being with me on the Wingman's Path. Today's practice has become an instant classic. I think we started it a few months back, and it came up for today's practice because yesterday Jan and I were actually doing a joint coaching and therapy session with a client, which was wonderful, actually. As a matter of fact, if you're stuck somewhere, or if you're looking to create a better life for yourself, if you're not happy where you are, by all means, here's a quick pitch. By all means, private message me if you'd like a private session with Jan as a licensed clinical social worker and me as your wingman, right? A certified law of attraction life coach. Anyway, let's get to today's practice, right? Today's practice came to me in a quote a few months back. A friend of mine sent me a quote from Arthur Ashe. I don't know if you know who Arthur Ashe is. Arthur Ashe broke many stereotypes back in the 60s and 70s when he became the first African-American tennis champion. Now we have a few others, but he was the first. He was the first. And his quote, "Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can." When I saw that and I started practicing it, it became a practice I do almost daily. Because it doesn't matter if you've just gotten your rear end kicked and you're digging your way out of Hurricane Harvey or Hurricane Irma, or you're well on your way to a successful life. You're well on your way to a successful life. Today, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. When I say that to myself, it reminds me, whether I'm feeling a little beat up or a little down on myself, or I'm feeling great, that be in the moment right now, seeing what you have, seeing the assets you have, the abilities you have, and starting to fight the good fight right there and then. So for today's practice, I want you to join me, and let's say it together. Let's say, start where I am, use what I have, do what I can. And as you're saying it, I want you to think of the things you have and what you can actually do to start building a better life, building the life that you so dream. And you know what's great about the Wingman's Path and you joining me on it is what I have found is people who are on the path with me here have not only started feeling more joyous and happy and sending out better vibrations, and of course, as we know, receiving them, but their loved ones, their friends, their families, their children, their neighbors, their communities, their peeps have also started feeling that positive energy and having their vibrations raised. So you'll be amazed what you can do for your community, for your people, as you start raising your own vibration and doing these practices with me. So let's say it together. Let's get it in our subconscious that we're going to start where we are right now today. We're going to use what we have, and we're going to do what we can. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So join me and let's say it together. Start where I am. Use what I have. Do what I can. You too, Felice and Dennis. Use what you have. Start where you are. Use what you have. And do what you can. Today, in this moment, starting right now. That's right. You and I, we both can start right where we are. We can use what we have, whatever it is, small or large. And we can do what we can. We can start moving in a positive direction. I'm going to start where I am right now today. And I am going to use what I have. And I'm going to do what I can. And you know what? When I start thinking about what I have, I've got a lot I can work with. I'm not starting in such a bad position, right? When you start realizing that you're not in such a bad position, that you have a lot that going for you, and you can do what you can, you start realizing, you know what? I can start creating a better life for myself right now, today. Right now, today, baby. Yeah. On the wingman's path to positivity. I'm going to start where I am. I'm going to use what I have. And I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to start where I am. I'm going to use what I have. And I'm going to do what I can. You too? Join me and let's both start right now, wherever we are in the world, whether it be under a bridge or under a hurricane or digging out of the hurricane, right? I'm going to use whatever I have to start digging my way out or building my life if I happen to be in a great place. And I'm going to use I'm going to do what I can. You know, it's interesting because this practice, I don't think I ever used as a quote, and as I say it, man, it hits me right here. I know I can start where I am, use what I have, and do what I can. But I realized that's what I did when I started building this wonderful life that I'm fortunate to be able to live, where we're traveling around the world and meeting Zen masters and best-selling authors and gurus of self-help. It's been wonderful. And I thank each of you for sharing your energy with me today, because I know that's who I learn from the most. You and I, we learn from each other, right? Start where we are. Use what we have. Do what we can. Thank you for joining me today, for sharing your energy with me, your positive energy. I appreciate it because, as I say, I know how much it elevates all of us when we start doing it together. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Your wingman, Michael, signing off.